At this point, we don't know what the Stoke score was in midweek. Hopefully, we battered them and Bishop got a hat trick, but we don't know. But yeah, I think we'll follow up with a point at the Hawthorns. Here we go. Welcome to the Pompey Pod with Mike and Dan. This is our preview of this weekend's away game against West Bromwich Albion. Dan, how have we got on previously against the Albion?
Right. Ready for this? We've played 78 games. We've lost 44 of those, drawn 14, won 20. So they've got a much better record than us.
Much better.
Yeah. Last time we beat them, Mike, I think I asked you this last time. When was the last time we beat? No. Big game. It was a big game.
Wembley. Wembley semi.
Yep. 2008. Yeah. In pretty much since 2000. They've got the better of us. That's about all I can tell you, really.
Okay, all right.
They thumped us at Fratton Park, didn't they? 3-0 earlier on the season, comfortably. Yeah.
Yeah, before we recorded, I was refreshing that terrible game. We had that big chance with Callum Lang in that game where it could have made it 1-1 and just tracked it wide. But mostly they were 3 goals better than us, really, weren't they?
Yeah.
Throughout the game. So that was back in our dodgy patch. Okay, so their manager, do you know who their new manager is, Dan?
Tony Pulis.
Tony Pulis?
Yeah.
Tony Mowbray.
Oh, that's the one, yeah.
Tony Mowbray previously managed West Brom 2006 to 2009. Was their manager on that 2008 semi-final where they obviously lost to the King Carnu goal. He's since managed several clubs. He took them up, by the way, to the Premier League that same season as champions. Since managed several clubs, including most recently Birmingham, where he had to leave due to health issues. This is his first game back since those health issues, so he's obviously recovering well, which is great. Other Mowbray news is that Mowbray's brother, little fact for you, is head of recruitment at some club. Some club along the.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Nothing to do with Popeyes.
No. How are they getting on? What's their recent form like?
They've not won they've won 1 in the last 5. And they've only lost 4 games, which is the 3rd best in the league, but they've drawn 14 and won 9, which is only 3 more games than we've won. But they are 6th, so they're doing all right. Score a lot, concede a lot. So I think last time and a lot of draws, a lot of draws, and a lot of the scores they've had have been sort of very similar to the results we've had. They drew with Swansea away, they beat Preston. They lost away to Watford 2-1. So they sort of they seem to struggle. They drawn with Sheffield United a couple of times. They beat Sunderland, I think. Did I see that? But they sort of don't do great against the weaker teams. So hopefully that'll
lesser teams.
Yeah,
hopefully so. Well, here's some team news for you. Not good news for West Brom, but good news for Pompey, I guess, is the top scorer Josh Maja is out. And looking like he could be out for a while. I was reading something before we went on that he looks like he might need surgery. The information I've got here, he'll be back in early February, but if he's having surgery, there's no way he's back in early February at all. Central defender Semi Ajayi is out. He's been out for a little while, but he will definitely be out for the Portsmouth game. Better news for them is US striker Daryl Dike, I think that's pronounced, possibly Ike, but I think it's Dike, D-I-K-E. He's been out for over a year. He's now back in full training. Could feature against Portsmouth, but is unlikely due to the length of that injury out. And finally, Kyle Bart, true defender, 33-year-old central defender, could also return against Portsmouth, but again, looking unlikely. He's been out for a little while as well. So that's their team news. Players for West Brom, just very, very quickly, you've got obviously former Portsmouth player, club captain for West Brom, Jed Wallace. He has been getting some game time recently and actually started there, not last, but one game. Forget who it was against now. But anyway, their last game was against Stoke. The one before that is the one he started. He's only started 3 games this season, played 21 in total, mostly obviously off the bench. He's not, West Brom are yet to win a game that he has started this season. So if he starts, it could be a good omen for us. Mikey Johnston, the former Celtic winger. He made his second debut for West Brom, played on loan with them last season. He
doesn't sound like a Scottish name, does it?
Well, Mikey Johnston.
Mikey Johnston.
No, not much.
Yeah.
2 goals, 3 assists in 23 games this season. Mostly he plays on the left wing. And finally, Karlan Grant is a player to watch. I thought he had a good game for Fratton Park earlier in the season. Produced and made Norris pull off a couple of good saves. 27-year-old, mostly he was playing left wing that day, but he's probably going to fill in at centre forward due to the injury to Madger. Played centre forward last game out. Can also play attacking midfielder. 6 goals, 2 assists this season, but only 1 in the last 6 for him. Very powerful, strong, fast. Could give Atkinson centre back pairing a few issues. That's the team news. We've heard the form. What do you think of our chances at West Brom?
It's going to be tough, isn't it? But I'm thinking we're going to go there and get a draw.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's going to be a really boring 0-0.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'd take that.
Yeah.
I would
You
take
happy with
that.
that? Yeah.
I'm going to say the same. I'm going to say the same, yeah. But I'm going to go 1-1. 1-1. Yeah, I think so. I think obviously we don't at this point. We don't know what the Stoke score was in midweek. Hopefully we went there. They came down to Fratton Park and we battered them. And Bishop got a hat trick, but we don't know. But yeah, I think we'll follow up with a point at the Hawthorns. What do you think? Do you think we'll get a point or maybe even more at the Hawthorns? Let us know in the comments below. While you're there, why not subscribe, like, share, do all those great things so that more people know about the Pompey podcast and get to listen to our fantastic coverage of the games. We'll be back with a review of the West Bromwich Albion game next week. But for now, play up Pompey. Goodbye.
Bye.